Okay, so welcome back to the podcast. It's been a couple weeks. We're trying to work on the schedule thing. We got tests, we got work, we got sporting events. We kind of get real crazy.
A lot of stuff going on. So I'm trying to keep a little bit of a life outside of this, adminship, right?
Yeah, a little of what extra free time I have. But, okay, so today we're going to talk about kind of, go over some rules, answer questions, and just kind of, I guess, fill in people what the game's going to be like. So I guess if you have people people who are going to come to our game, your friends or whatever who've never played before, this would be a podcast to listen to.
Or even just to get yourself updated in a quicker scheme.
Yeah, exactly. It's good to have this there. So we're going to talk about some of the different rules than the other ones. But why don't we start off with some of the questions we got in our email? So one of the questions we got asked is, what is the FPS cap? So, I don't know other games. I know some games have this. I know OSU working on getting one that's more set in stone, but we do have one because it's indoor-outdoor play.
Yes, we do. So basically, for our FPS limits, for our Boomco darts, which are those harder plastic darts with the rubbery tips, we have 80 feet per second, 80 feet per second. For the elite style darts or the streamlines, we have 100 feet per second. For rival balls, we have 120 feet per second. And for disc, there is no limit, because if you can make them suckers go faster, please come and talk to me, because I want to know. I know there's a few mods that you can do, but I haven't seen them be able to, break cardboard yet. So if you do know of a way to do that, please inform my ignorant butt.
For science purposes.
For science, yeah. I would never want to do that to my own blasters.
No, what? Never, ever. Okay, so another question we got is, so this person said, even though we kind of botched the missions, did we earn the trust of the science people at the camp enough for them to not confiscate our blasters upon arrival?
Ooh, a plot question.
Ooh, you want to know some plot? Okay.
Someone played before. So, basically where we left off, and as they kind of said, is when everyone arrived. For those who don't know, it's a research facility. Scientific research facility. When they arrived, everyone's weapons were confiscated and they had to essentially earn them back. So where we ended was they had got all their weapons back because there was an ambush, a zombie attack, a massive surge and attack, and people broke out. And last we knew, everyone essentially died. And, died or got really mauled to death by zombies or turned into a zombie. And even there was reinforcements that even came in and they died. So currently the camp is dead. Or sorry, not the camp. The science center is dead or roaming with zombies.
So it's what your definition of dead and alive is.
Yeah, that whatever your definition of dead or alive, but currently, from what I last knew, there is no scientific presence to tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
So maybe they're there and they're still gonna confiscate your weapons. As a zombie, I would.
Yeah. If I had the power.
Turn them in. Rah, rah. I thought it's human, huh?
Exactly.
Science stuff.
Okay. Here you go.
Oh, here, yeah. So, as of right now, I don't know.
I guess you have to come to our game.
Come to the game and figure it out.
Be prepared. You never know what's going to happen.
Be prepared. Sorry.
Will we be provided with darts again?
Yes, absolutely. You will be provided with darts.
Yes.
You will not be using any of your own ammo.
Mm-hmm.
We will make sure that the ammo is good. I totally get the thing about strawing darts. I'm going to try to straw a bunch of darts, and I can't promise everything will be, because nothing frustrates me more than getting 7 darts jammed into a rampage. But yes, you'll be provided with darts. You will also be provided with socks. Let me see. Do we want to? Yeah. So, and the thing is with the socks, if you do bring your own, we have a special thing for Velcro socks. Whatever the ammo is that you are allowed, because there will be an ammo cap. Whatever ammo that will be allowed will correlate the same to socks. And so if you have Velcro socks, we are allowing you to use those. But if we find out that you're using more than what you are given, unless obviously somebody goes, here, take mine, we will be taking that away from you.
Yeah.
So please don't push the boundaries. We understood it was a little bit of a... It was a kind of a gray area for us last year. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to make it a little more black and white. So if you do want to bring Velcro socks or whatever, still please follow our rules. Please don't push it. We're trying our best to make this reasonable for all people. But again, if you do that, it has the same like half sock rule. Half of a sock has to be showing. The other half can be duct tape. That's the max amount of duct tape that you can have on a sock. And if you do have a Velcro, it has to be the loop, the soft side, on the sock itself. So,
and they are Zuru darts. There will be Zuru darts because, they are providing some of us, but there will be some mix of not. Mm-hmm. Zero.
Yeah, it will be like you are in Apocalypse. You will find whatever ammo you find, and you will be happy and thankful.
Yeah, exactly.
We were grateful.
Maybe you should just look around for your ammo. It goes back. Maybe you should pick it up.
Yep.
So
stash it. Be the hoarder.
Get some big old pockets. So the next one. Did the generator break again? Are we going to have to restore power? Is it already on? It's an apocalypse.
Did the generator even get built?
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't think the generator was ever built, so I'm going to go with probably it's off. I don't
know. Yeah, no one's been there to give it more gas.
I don't know. All you guys died.
Unless maybe the zombies are keeping it up and running and for themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows?
For those who aren't quite understanding, as we said, this game is very immersive. So our players last game had to literally build a generator to get the power on. They did not have power. And they had to work to gather the parts to build it to turn powers onto the building. You could try to flick on the lights, but they were off. But thankfully, we gave you hot water, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
This year, I don't know. Kidding.
This year we're going all out.
All out. No more. You gotta work on your hot water and everything. Boil it.
Everybody has to take turns to the pond, boil it, and
then. Same with a lot of different stuff. It's a very much you determine what happens. Do you, sort of thing. So. What we last knew, if I'm correct, their generator was there. But again, this story is a year later.
Yeah, so
just
even if it was
in real time. So I don't know. We will find out.
Yeah, you never know. I guess you should just come to the game. But
game figured out.
So the next one is what's your comment on the YouTube channel Exposed Truth? Why
Did they expose the truth?
I don't know. What's exposed truth? Are they talking about our game? All the truths about our game?
Our game's freaking awesome. If they say it's awesome, then yes.
Then that's 100. Then yes, the truth has been exposed.
I feel exposed. Don't look.
Did we ever lie at our game? I don't think so.
Why would I lie? What? Admin's lying? I think we just been the truth.
Yeah. You just didn't ask the right question.
I made the truth.
Right, so the next one, I'm kind of insulted, a little upset. This next question kind of hurts me in the little heart. Somebody asked, why are we the only ones doing the podcast? Are we not good?
Whoa!
Like, I'm a little upset.
I'm not good enough for you.
I thought we were really entertaining.
I enjoyed it. I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
And this is our last podcast. Thank you for tuning in. We'll talk to you later.
Have a good time, guys. Bye.
Bye. We might not even show up to the game. Yeah, you figure it out. No, I'm just kidding. No, it just goes back to is like Bethany and I have kind of a time schedule kind of where we have like an hour to 2 hours where we both can like
are available.
Yeah, and like we both can come up with a topic to talk about or whatever, and then like everybody else is busy and like working.
They're in school or working at these different hours, and so they're not able to hop on and do different podcasts. But we are trying to get, it's not just solely us, but hey, we do enjoy it. We hope you enjoy us.
Yeah.
And again, if you have any pointers or anything, like we're open to hear about it.
Okay, you can always email us, and like a lot of it is like because we don't, again, like we said at the beginning, is we were really busy trying to get the game going, and like all of us kind of do our job, and this is what Bethany and I enjoy doing, is making this and talking about, different topics, what we think y'all want to hear. So like, and
especially to help those who are building a game or who are new and stuff, and hopefully we can kind of help for me impart some knowledge and stuff about, because people gave us a lot of compliments, and they still kind of do give us compliments on just literally off of one game, and so I feel like we have the capability to be able to tell what we've done and hope that other people can do it and it be successful for them. So
well, and I think you and I both, like, our big thing is like we really want to help people, like, and like encourage people to like ask us questions and like figure it out. Like I know, like I feel like last game I was kind of running around and like not really getting the opportunity to talk to people as much as some of the other admins. So it's like, to me, I'm like, that's my thing is like, I do this because I want to make, get communication. Because I can't say that the next game I will not be running around and not talking to people.
We don't know.
Yeah, so
we don't know. You're a mod liaison. You got a lot of things you got to worry about.
Figure out where things are going.
Got mods. Place crazy mods that decided to do this for us.
Mixing. Yeah, I mean, we got
true MVPs right there.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing is coordinating everything. So
yeah.
But yeah, we do this because we like it, and I mean, we all are gonna eventually post admin spotlights and be in stuff like that, but
it's just been the timing of the last few months, and with the holidays and stuff, it kind of was a little difficult to get all that going on and also release everything that we need to release.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. We will have other things going on with these podcasts.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so what else? I think that's less for that one. Okay, so the next one, we got another one, is what are some elements of your game that we should look forward to as, like, for playing as a zombie?
Playing as a zombie.
Yeah. I don't know. I think our game as a zombie is, like, I mean, I like playing as a zombie and human I like completing tasks. Yeah, but I like running around tagging people, but I think our game is equal for both. That's what I really like about our game, is that and even now that we're continuing the story and all that stuff, we work really hard about making it equal. And I really do like that, is that it's not like one side's more overpowered or one side's driven story-wise and the other one's not.
Yeah.
So I think the big thing is zombies, be excited about the story. Because I really think that the stuff that we've put in and the plot and like the missions that are going to be more driven to, the zombie task.
Yeah.
I think that's like the biggest thing for me is I'm excited for, is because I want the people who, maybe are like, oh, the human side's way better. I want them to maybe experience a little bit of that and see how important it is.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, I think as a team especially, one of our main focuses, and something that we see lack in a lot of different games, is that the human plot and the storyline behind it and all your reasonings and stuff, and even sometimes missions are way more thought out, way more intriguing, way more fun to delve into. And then when you get to the zombie side, it's like we forgot, or there was the last minute backhanded thought of creating something, or maybe there's one mission that's really, really good because I finally focused on that. And so we have worked hard to make it, one, that stigma of, you're losing if you're a zombie. Mm-hmm. We've worked really hard at making that thing, that not a common thought or stigma. And a lot of, I can almost say, almost every single one of our players from our first game seriously loved it. We did have a decent amount of resets. I'm not super proud of it, but I mean, we were also expecting a little bit different numbers. But we did have a lot of resets for my own comfort, and the players were still happy and everything because they enjoyed playing both sides, and they absolutely loved it. Like, they died, okay, I'm going to go play an epic zombie, and I actually may get some sleep or something. But no, that wasn't the case. They didn't all just sleep. Like, they kept the humans awake too.
The Alamo.
Both were equally the Alamo, both were equally exhausted. And stuff, and definitely this round we have really worked hard at creating the zombie plot and zombie missions, as well as the humans, and I think they're really equal, and I'm really, really proud of the logic and the reasoning and everything that we've brought for the zombie side, and I think something to, like, just as a plot person for me, something that is really hard to do with games is, you got to think when is somebody dying? Are they turning into a zombie at the beginning? Are they turning at the end? Because if you think about it, like the way the human stuff works, if you come into the game midway through the week, and even as those who like travel in and stuff, you're not going to quite understand and grasp what's going on because it's been a progressing storyline. So as a zombie side, it's really hard to do that because you have players turning at different times, and so understanding what the whole goal is of the zombies and making that plot is really difficult. To accomplish. And I believe this round, the way we've worked on things and the way we've designed it to be so, I believe it is very capable to be understood at any point of your turning process. And it's also, we also will, lay that on the players in the way that we have our plot written and storyline going, and that the zombies are going to want to communicate, those who turn, what the plot backstory is and everything. And most zombies players do, as a faction whole. The zombie player base, I think, does a really good job at actually communicating. I don't know what it is. I guess when you lose the blaster, you can suddenly communicate better. But that's something I've seen with almost any game I've played, is that the zombie faction does a really good job as working as a whole, to accomplish tasks. And so it's definitely going to be something in our game as well that I would encourage, is to communicate and spread, the information very well. So that's definitely one thing that I say would set our game apart for sure.
Yeah, and I think our big goal is, like, we want, if both sides are, like you said earlier, the resets, if both sides are having fun and nobody is like, well, I lost, I quit, then we succeeded at what we were trying to do. Yeah. And the other thing is and if you're a new player and you have no idea what this mission, like what we're talking about, backstory and all that stuff, like, do not worry, because the way we wrote the game, it's not going to hinder you because you don't know last game. And if there will
be ways to learn that information.
Yeah, and even if you've played and you're like, whoa, I didn't miss something.
Ask the people.
Yeah, we're totally down for that.
And ask people, other players who are, whether they are full-on veteran players or just veteran players of our game, or by veteran I mean have played the first game, everyone is generally really nice, and most of the people in the HVZ community love to share information, and so just ask, and they will gleefully almost tell you how to do it. And if they don't, go find someone else, because they're just a little stuck in the mud person. So, but yeah, ask us if you want to, ask mods, ask human, etc.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we covered that one really well. Okay. So the next one is, what perks are you looking for? Or wait, hold on. I'll make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah. What perks are you looking forward to the most?
Perks.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's that one that I don't know if we want to talk about it.
Why don't we wait? Why don't we talk? Yeah, we might want to talk about it next podcast.
But, yeah, we may want to talk about that one next podcast.
But they're coming out. You will see some of them. I think the human ones will be posted, and zombies you'll get at the game.
Yeah, very much like last game.
Yeah. So, okay. So the next one, we'll just move on to the next one. So as admins, what are you looking forward to the most about this upcoming game?
Oh,
I
you
think,
go first.
I think mine's just the reaction of people. I feel like people have a high expectation from our game, and then we do that by 10 and make it even more. Like, if you came to our game and you were like, oh yeah, that was fun, you know, whatever, and you come to this game, just expect to have like 10 times more fun. Like, everything I feel like we've done is not only, and I think everything we're improving on. So we're being more organized, the story is more, you know, more engaging, you know, the missions are, you know, maybe not as much not harder, but more like thought-provoking. You know, you have to use your noggin.
Yeah, that's a good one. Thought-provoking, for sure.
The props are going to be, more like, they were awesome before, but now it's going to be like, you're going to see like more things. Even, you're just going to be a lot more immersed, which we'll talk about in the rest of this like podcast. But to me, that's like what I'm more excited about, is to see people's reaction and see like, you know, because I would hate to go, you know, our first game and then like people come to our next game and be like, oh, well, that was
flop.
Yeah, you know,
flop it.
I mean, I hope people feel more engaged, because that's another thing is
yeah,
you know.
I'm definitely excited to gain a bigger following, I guess.
Yeah.
As anybody is, you know, to get more players. But I feel like we're slowly getting a name for ourselves, and seeing the gumption and how players are excited and it's getting talked about and everything. I am getting excited about that. I'm excited to see new faces.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the rumors and what they've been told to be true, to become true for those players. And just as you said, like, we kind of, you know, we did our pilot game, and now we have our, you know, this is our real game, is what I think about it in my mind. And we've had time to be able to take what people said, make that better, you know, take it what it is, and really chew on it and mull on it. And we got a lot of the basics, we got a good foundation down, and now we're just adding in all the beauty of it, and we learned, you know, what could be accomplished and what couldn't, and how to tweak that to make it usable, because like, we had a lot of stuff that didn't get done. Not necessarily us doing it, but we had a very intricate game laid out, and some of the things didn't get accomplished. And I think it was a bit of a learning curve for both the players and us. Yeah. And now that we both know how this game is looking to go, it can only get better from there, in terms of like, you know, the open world concepts. Like, because a lot of people do say in a lot of different games it's an open world, but it is and it isn't. And I feel like ours truly is, and we've managed to make it even more so, and yet still be accomplishable, I guess. Yeah. And like you said, working on the props, making the props better, making it more immersive, making the plot line out there and easier to follow, and making it where both sides have something really good, solid, meaty substance. I'm real excited for that, and I'm just excited to let everyone have fun. Like, I want to see people having fun. I revel in it. I find enjoyment in it. I love seeing people smile. I love seeing people stressed. I love seeing people, by stress I mean like thinking and having to actually work, and seeing the wheels turn, and seeing how people work together as a team, watching them develop and grow as somebody who didn't know each other, you know, suddenly are relying and would never separate themselves, you know, should their life depend on it. And I'm really excited about that. It's just a way to connect, I guess.
Yeah, I agree with that. Will there be children and younger players attending WSC this year?
No, I don't think so this year, unless they, you know, we've opened it up for, I think, what is it, like 13 or 16 and under, and they have to have parents' permission or something. But we had talked about possibly letting in some little kids to come play midway through the day on a Saturday. We haven't hit on that. We didn't avidly search into it, because it would, as we discussed, it would kind of have to put a pause on our game. So currently, no, we are not having like an avid amount of younger players, but if there is a younger player there, then so, you know, that's what it is. We do have that, you know, those outliers, unless we do have a big surge of it, but currently, no, that is not within the plan.
Okay, so the last question we got asked is, how do you respond to the allegations that Bethany ate Riley as a sacrifice to... Okay, we'll just move on to the next.
Okay. Anyways, what? Immersive game?
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, exactly. Okay. So, before we move on, I think we should, announce this, but like, you posted the ad video. So you want to talk about that?
Yeah, definitely. I'm really excited about that. We decided this year to go forward and create an actual Facebook ad that was released on Thursday, if I'm correct, the 15th. Yep. And so it is going on for about a week, and then we'll release that again. And I'm really excited about it. It's been getting a lot of views. Worked real hard on it, and I'm really proud. The photos were from photos and videos were all from our last game and everything. And so I'm really thankful for those people for allowing me to use them, and everything. And, but yeah, please, check it out, share it. If anything, it'll get the HVZ more names. If you know any, just post any, Facebook group, like a LARP group or some sort of survival group or a meetup or something, please post the video in there and stuff and get it to show. Even if you don't think you're gonna come or you'll be able to make it, I'm gonna ask, hey, share it away, because by sharing it keeps the ads kind of around and circulating. Yeah. And everything like that. So, but, release that. It was a lot of work. It was a brand new thing for all of us, I want to say. Yeah. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's pretty epic. It's pretty cool. Yes. And for those who are looking like design videos and stuff on how to do, feel free to message me and talk to me. I'll give you my best 2 cents, and kind of how I went about it. Yeah. Yeah, it's super cool and professional. I really like it. I think it's probably one of the better advertisements I've seen for biased, not biased.
Of course. The other thing is another announcement. This is all about announcements. Our events page with the rules and perks and everything. We're going to add the rules and perks. That's where you would go look at it. But we have an event page. So
the event page is up and running.
Yeah. So that means registration's open. So you can pay on there. We do have an option now. It's through PayPal. So I know last game we kind of had an issue with the online payment. Don't have to worry about this year. The online payment is $60. So if you sign up all the way up to, I think it's like 2 weeks before the game. What is it? What date is it?
Yeah. So basically our registration's open. And we have, what we've done, the Preppers Pass, which is, if you sign up and pay online before May 11th, it'll only be $60. And then we have a second ticket, which is called the Refugees ticket, which is $65. And that you'll have to pay at the gate. The reason for the price increase is to reward our players who register early, and because they kind of help balance the fees that we incur from making and putting on this game. And it's not to us, it's to for the facility costs and etc. By using the PayPal. And the $65 is to kind of balance that, because as PayPal charges us for using PayPal and etc. So that is the reason for the increase. But no, we are not gaining any profit. Any money that we get from this literally goes straight back into the game. Yeah. And making it bigger, better, and etc. So we're not trying to make a profit from anything. We are literally just trying to make the game better for you.
Yeah, exactly.
So that is what it is. If everyone pays $60, I am more than willing to cover that whatever price we incur from PayPal, because that's easier for us. We can then have a better knowledge of who's actually coming and showing up, and it just helps us overall with our number scheme.
Yeah, exactly. We still have to buy food. We still got to get enough.
We make sure all the props and everything like that. The darts,
spray paint, anything we need to get for the game. Surprisingly, it's weird. You have to pay money for it, and so
right,
it's a weird concept. So we
all of us admins have put in quite a bit of our own money, and we're not saying that you're paying for that, but we're just saying if we do get any extras left over or something from it, it's going right back into the game.
Yeah, and if we get 300, 400 people, that's
you're
a lot
gonna
of
expect
food.
bigger, better stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of food.
And that's a lot of stuff we got to get done. So pay ahead, get involved. Also, share it with your friends and everything. And again, the event page is where the rules and the perks are going to be. So definitely.
Oh, and something I do want to say is the $60. What that covers is literally your meals for 3 days, and your lodging for 3 days. Now you can't go to another game, and you cannot get a hotel period for 3 days for $60, and you cannot get, and generally for 3 days, a meal at roughly $10 is covering is $60 roughly, you know, easily. And so this is not only meals, it's also your lodging. So for those who are thinking of, oh, I'm traveling all this way and now I have to pay to do this is even cheaper than going to any other traveling game. Yeah. Where you're going to have to pay $200 some for a hotel, and then not to mention your food. Like, this is all in there. And I'm going to promise you that our food is going to be really good this year. We have an amazing cook. Yep. Awesome. We've set up a really good meal system that's set up that's both mobile and stays within our game, and yet is still sustaining and everything. And we definitely listened to what our players had to say for us last game. So you are more than welcome to bring your own food. Bring any snacks, because we're not going to be able to cover everything for you guys. And so bring your drinks, like non-alcoholic. It's not allowed on the camp. But bring your energy drinks, bring your snacky stuff that you like to eat when you get tired or cranky or whatever. Because I don't want to sit here and chuck Snickers at people's heads all the time. So
and you get the opportunity to possibly have spaghetti in a bag. And I don't know any hotel or facility that will provide that other than our game. So I'm just saying.
Exactly.
And we have the best spaghetti in the bag. Again, it's our game.
It's a possibility. But it should be there if you work hard. Who knows?
Exactly.
Don't let your dreams become dreams.
But okay, so we got that covered. So definitely check out the event page. It's on our Facebook page. It's pinned, I think, at the top. So if you have any questions, just email us, Snapchat us, call us, whatever you feel like. I don't know. Just get in contact with us.
Call me, text me if you want to reach me. It's possible.
Exactly. So I think that covers most of the administrative and some questions. So what do you want to start with, the rules or
let's kick off the rules real quick. Okay. We'll cover we're not going to cover all of them, but I want to cover the ones that are kind of important just for players for everyone who's coming in. And I think these are kind of the ones that everyone kind of want to know and is different with our game. So
and I think the big thing is also to remember, if you're a new player, you haven't played before with WSC, we're an indoor-outdoor game. So a lot of our rules, we had to create and make sure that people aren't going to get shot in the face as they walk through a doorway. So it's stuff like that. So, it's pretty, I don't think any of these rules are difficult or anything. It's
unreasonable.
Just, That's all makes sense.
Because we play, as an admin team, we like to play pretty hardcore ourselves. So, we definitely try to keep it reasonable and not be the evil, safety, stupid, conscious admin team. But we're trying to, allow the play, but allow some safety. And that's, I think, something that we've done with the whole game, and why our game kind of sets itself apart is because it's a pretty much, you can almost do whatever you couldn't do or whatever you've wanted to do that you weren't able to at other games because they're on a school campus that, everyone likes to sue. So
exactly. Weird. And, it goes back to the ideas, I've played paintball, airsoft, whatever, now Nerf stuff and all stuff, but it doesn't make it, even if you expect it, and you walk through a doorway getting shot anywhere in the face with anything,
it doesn't make it any
hurts.
better.
It still hurts, or it still scares you. So
shot in the face, thrown with a sock.
Anything. It still is. That's a lot of our thing. Is we made sure that, hey, no matter, we understand it may not hurt. Like in the perfect world, everybody would understand. But these rules, I think, as an admin team, we've talked about. But I think
please go through and read them.
Yes.
Because that literally, rules save lives. By knowing the rules and knowing how they work, they can save you because of learning that, hey, no, you can't come and do that. No, human, you can't run and do that. Or, okay, I can do this because the rule said so.
Well, and that's a lot of it is and again, if just because you say, oh, I didn't know that rule, doesn't change it. That's just being ignorant doesn't change the fact that maybe you didn't
Not excuse your behavior.
Yep. So definitely check these out. Again, these will be on the event page, and so check them out before we'll talk about them. I mean, you'll hear it 1,001 times. So just read it yourself. So you know, you can just skip over that part. When we talk about it 1,000 times.
So one of the things I've kind of already said is that with our socks, we do have the half tape rule where a sock cannot be covered more than half of it with tape. Also, as we've said before, we are providing all the darts for this game, so no outside darts will be permitted to use. Don't care what your excuse is. No. It's an apocalypse. It's been on an apocalypse for a while, so you're going to use whoever's ammo that you can find because you've already shot all yours. So,
but I think if you want to donate ammo before the game.
You do want to donate ammo.
We'll accept
We are more than happy to accept it. And by donate means you may not get it back.
You will not. Will not get
don't plan on them getting it back. We will do our best, but you donate. You've given it to Goodwill. Goodwill's not going to return it to you because you want it back without paying for it.
Okay, so
blasters. Cosmetic modifications are completely allowed. I am a painter and a commission painter person, so I want it. You want to have a realistic looking blaster? By all freaking means, bring it. Just make sure there is an orange or brightly colored tip on the end, because I know that there are some blasters that come stock with a red or yellow tip. But yeah, bring your pretty gear. Bring it all. If they've been modded, of course, we're going to check it out. We are not allowing what is called the hand cannon, which is the Boomco Halo pistol that's been modded that literally has recoil when you fire it. We are not allowing that for safety reasons. Also, we talked about the FPS earlier, so I don't really need to go over that.
Nope.
Our band gear, no airsoft, no paintball, or any other launchers that shoot projectiles. They will not be used, and you may not bring them if I do find them. I do have a paintball gun, and I will be sure to make sure that you're equally indebted to my paintball. So yeah, none of that stuff. Please don't bring it. It's not cool. So yeah, any Nerf or other melee weapons are not permitted unless we have given it out.
Yeah.
Also, the one thing that I think may catch a few people by surprise is that blowguns are not allowed. This is due to our indoor play. Last thing we need is somebody having the blowgun, PVC pipe at their mouth, turning a corner, and a zombie gets their eyes poked out, and the human gets their throat, gets shoved out. They stab their esophagus. It's just too dangerous. And so we're not allowing blowguns at our game.
Yeah.
So let's see. The other big thing now is ricochets. So since we do have indoor play, ricochets are considered dead. So if it hits a wall, hits a board, hits a chair, anything that isn't a zombie, it is considered dead. So if somebody tries to shoot off a wall to bounce it around a corner to kill a zombie or tag, stun, whatever, shoot a zombie, it does not count. The only thing that is an exception to this rule is a zombie shield. If a zombie has a shield, it is considered like a wall, and so if it bounces off a shield and hits another zombie, that is considered a stun. Also, I want to preface that with please be smart. Please be reasonable with us. We will try to catch and call all of them, and the zombies will do also their part at calling the hit. But don't throw a temper tantrum because they got tagged or whatever. Be reasonable, people. Be adults.
Yeah, exactly.
So that is our ricochet rule. Also, this thing. So to limit dart pickup at the end of the game, admins and mods will pick up some of the darts or socks that have been left on the ground behind players. Well, when it's completely away like you're not going to be in this area for a little bit, or you've definitely left the area. We will go around, we will pick them up, and they will be out of play. However, they will be redistributed or earned in game. So they're never not going to be seen. It's just we're doing this to keep the camp cleaner, to make it easier to do, and to replace them back out for you guys to easily find them. Because, we will be looking in the bushes and in the different things that's not going to be easy to be seen as you're, running around. So that is what's going on. We are not keeping this stuff. We are just redistributing it. So don't panic, please. You want to talk about the stun zombie thing?
Yeah. So if you're a zombie and you get stunned, you need to put your hands up quickly. Above your head, kind of like, hey, I got stunned. I think that's pretty much. I think at most games, standard.
Universal.
Yeah, so once they're stunned, you need to move your headband from your head to your neck. So, remove it. You can take it off, put it in your hand. I don't really care, but it needs to be off your head so people know that you're stunned. And again, walk away with your hands up. And when I say walk away, I don't mean walk 2 feet and stand in the way of everybody else. I mean walk out of the battle zone. You can stand and watch and be, from a distance. But get out of the way, because that's kind of our big thing is if you're inside a building and you get shot, leave the building or, figure out a way to get out. Yeah, get away from in battle. So the other thing is that we want zombies to not interfere with gameplay. So you can't block.
If you're stunned.
Yeah, if you're stunned. Well, yeah. So if you're stunned, you can't block darts or socks from other ones or continuing running. That means as you get tagged, stop. I understand that you got to put on the brakes. I get you got a little stop time, but again, move out of the way. If you're a zombie, don't stalk players. That's a big thing. I think for our admin team, I think that's probably one of our most annoying things. So when we play is when people follow and stalk a group when they're dead. Again, walk the other way. Just get out of the way, get out of the battle zone. But our game, you can restart the zombie stun time. So a human, if you tag a zombie and stun zombie, then you can restart the timer. The stun timer. So it restarts, okay? So you get tagged if it's a 5 minute and you're in 50 seconds left and they tag you again, you start over back to 5 minutes. Whatever it is. Yeah. 10 minutes. I don't care if it's 2 seconds left and you get tagged. You start over. The other thing is again, it goes back to is if you're a zombie and you're stunned and you walk away, humans won't more likely not tag you.
To be able to reset you.
Yeah, but also humans don't be a dick. Don't follow and chase the person. If they're walking away, let them walk away. They're not bothering you. But yeah, that's I think I don't know. Some other games play it that way.
Yeah, basically don't chase them. Yeah. I've used this to my advantage before too, to clear out an area. Mm-hmm. Because they were hanging around, sure they were within the quote unquote 50 feet, but go away, get out of the area. If they're being obnoxious, sure. If they're really being obnoxious, come tell me and I will come make them shoo.
Yeah.
But don't chase them to Timbuktu because you have that, restraining order essentially against them. Yeah. That's being a dick. That's being a douchebag.
It's number one rule. So
yeah, don't do it.
Don't ruin people's game.
If you happen upon a zombie, sure, restun them. I don't care. Yeah. And zombies, you're welcome to run.
Zombies. And don't come up to us and get, unless the humans following you around, don't get pissy with us. Just, we're going to tell you the same thing is we'll get out of the way. And if you're watching, go stand by the mods and watch. Get out of, because the mods will be out of gameplay. If they are in gameplay and they're dealing with something, get out of the way.
Alone.
Again, if you're out of the way, human will more than likely not stun you. But if you're in their way, expect to be restunned 150 times. So, but okay, I think, do we have any more rules that we want to cover?
No, that pretty much covers. Everything that the basic ones that we really wanted to hit on for our game. So
again, we're gonna be preaching this forever. Is read the rules.
Read the rules.
Read the rules. Know the rules. Play by the rules. Because again, like Bethany said, the rules can save you. Because if somebody goes, "Hey, that ricocheted off a wall," Be like,
yeah, you should be dead.
Rule number 3, under ricocheting ammo, it says... No, I'm just kidding.
And if you listen to the podcast number 3 or 4 at time 28:16, they said...
Bethany talked about it for at least 3 minutes, and we repeated it 14 times.
If you are able to quote that in-game, I will give you something. I don't know what it is, but it will be something.
One dart. A golden dart.
Whether it's a hug, high five, food, dart, I don't know. I will be so proud.
I'll give a high five. I'll give a thumbs up from the distance.
Solid
I'll wink.
High five.
I'll wink at them.
Fingered 5.
Yeah. Finger guns too. But okay.
Pew pew.
Pew pew. Okay, so
I think that covers most of our stuff, though.
Yeah. So we're gonna start, slowly wrapping up, but we'll talk about how to make the game more believable and like the immersive thing. Like, kind of, we'll just touch on like to us.
2 topics, yeah.
Yeah, like So I mean, you can talk about your props and stuff like that if you want. I mean, because that's the big thing. I think what makes our game different is not. I mean, it's not that we don't use PVC pipe, but I feel like you kind of make it so that the PVC pipe is what it is. Like, if we say it's a generator, it somehow builds to look like a generator. It looks like specific parts.
So basically, I with all the other games, I'm a really imaginative, creative person, and I enjoy, being able to build something with my hands. And so when I've at those games, I understand that having the capability and the resources to do so limits a lot of different admin teams. And not to mention, you're playing at a school campus, and so you can't really have some of these giant things laying around. But thankfully, here at WSC, we can. And having the capability to use some bigger equipment and stuff at my disposal has really helped. And so, it's just always been nice to... when I say lab supplies, I'm not meaning a cardboard box. I've worked hard to actually get true lab supplies, and that's one thing that I know definitely makes the game more real for the person. Because when I play a game, I do a really good job imagining this box as a cardboard. Corn dog microwave, whatever, I am good at doing that. But it's more, I always found there was some missions and stuff that, I played where I actually got to build it, and it just solidified it more because I was actually there and I was actually doing it. And so that's one thing that I really wanted to do for our game. And I think it's something that I did a pretty good job at in terms of creating, and with the help of my family and even with the other admins saying, hey, no, this and that, and getting different ideas and stuff, and also, attribute it to Andrew as he came up with some of the missions, and he had these ideas of like, hey, I want something kind of like this built, and I was like, all right, and then started thinking and brainstorming, and we got it built, and we definitely have. This upcoming game, we do have a very big prop that I am trying to wrap my head around because it's actually going to be a bit of a difficult prop to build. So if you know any engineer or mechanical engineers, those who are listening, please send them my way. I would gladly use their expertise and their thoughts on how to do something. So... Or if you yourself are one, we will work on a way to be able to have you give me some different ideas. But definitely was something I worked on. And for me, I'm a painter. I also do I paint. I do cosmetic paint jobs for Nerf guns and props and etc. And so there are some things that literally is a cardboard box, but with a little paint and some foam and etc. We were able to make it look like a sort of hive-like thing. So I do remember that is one thing our players really liked last game, was that the props were actual props and weren't just this PVC pipe always used. And so something that I would definitely encourage admins is try to think of ways it's got to be this. Well, how can I make this seem more realistic? How can I make it look like something else or whatever? Because that's just more fun. And players love the puzzle aspect of it. Mm-hmm. And it just kind of solidifies it. So like this game, I was able to get a lot of lab supplies to help put them around, and whether these props are going to be actually used or just to make it more immersive, like sheets hanging and stuff. I really worked hard at trying to make it seem as if, this was an apocalypse and this is how it was going to look if you came upon any of that. And I think that's what makes it exciting and makes the atmosphere even more thrilling, because you're going through and essentially like, when you go through haunted houses, Yeah. You have all these things that's like, oh, that's what makes it real. Now, if I just went through a haunted house with like how it is without all the paint and everything, it's not going to be anywhere near as scary. So it just set the atmosphere for everything. Sure, we didn't have all the flashy lights and whatnot, and I would love to, and maybe in the future we will. Who knows?
Yeah, if you pay your fee.
You pay your fee.
You might have flashing lights.
I'm trying to think of like one of the really cool things I was really proud of last game was our hives, which was a way for our zombies to respawn. Yeah. So essentially I took a pretty decently sized cardboard box. It was kind of rectangle. I spray painted it like these kind of how I would imagine a hive, like, think of like Halo-y flood mind sort of thing, how it boils out and stuff like that. And I painted these kind of red, yellow, green infected colors. And then I used that spray foam and made it look like it was oozing out. And same with the shields, made it look like it was a part and it would be a part of a zombie and everything. And then the really cool thing about the hives is, like we actually took a little while for us to figure this one out. I remember when we were sitting at, we had a meeting, we had an admin get together at the camp, and we were like, okay, we want this mechanic, which is a zombie respawn, but how are we going to create it? We don't want to just, give a spawn point. And we sat and we thought for a long time, like we looked up different things with Survivor and all their different puzzles. And then we came up with this really cool way, where basically there would be a light or some sort of signal on top of this, object that would signal that the hive is activated. So zombies could respawn off of it, which would mean you run up and you touch it. But we wanted to figure out a way for it to be deactivated. The humans had to get into it, not just run up and be like, dink, and it's deactivated, but actually had to puzzle their way into it to deactivate it, and then would have some sort of way to, aka either bring a part back to us or, turn the part off. And so we sat and thought for a little while, and then we came up with this. So we found these boxes. We basically cut a hole in it, put a rope through it, and then with the lid, basically tied a loop through it. So that way the rope went through the loop, back out the other side of the box, and you basically got to tie a knot. And then the light would be on, and we got these little LED batteries and everything. And so all the humans then had to do was untie the knot, open it up, disconnect the cord, because it's just a simple, we made a hot wired basically these cords together. So if you disconnected it from itself, then the light would turn off, and the hive was deactivated it. And so this allowed the zombies to essentially tie their knots and make it as complicated as they wanted, and stuff, and allowed the humans then to, depuzzle it, to untangle those knots. So if the zombies didn't want to put in a lot of effort, then it was going to be a little easier for the humans to, take it down. So it allowed that open world aspect of they got to control how difficult or how easy it was. And that's, I think, one of the things that we've had to keep in mind with our props. And everything. And I'm definitely one of those people, like, it was funny, we were jogging the other day with my roommate and her boyfriend, and we saw a hot water heater on the side of the road, and I jokingly was like, oh, look, an HVZ prop, and started to run over and go grab it. And so we were joking, you have to earn your hot water this round and stuff. And I'm pretty much finding anything that people are like, this is trash. And I'm like, sorry, come again? Where's trash? I want to go look at it. And they're like, what do you mean it's junk? I'm like, now you're interesting me even more. So I'm hoarding all this stuff and everything. And it's kind of entertaining. I feel bad kind of some days for my roommate because there's things that she's like, what the heck is this in here for? And I was like, reasons, but she doesn't know. And so I've been slowly transferring them down. But that's kind of where we're going with the props in terms of just, I try to work to paint them and make them as realistic and how it would be in a game. And you have to really get into the plot aspect of it. And which kind of helps being in, kind of in charge of the plot. So I guess that's kind of my little 2 cents. I don't know what else I can cover on that.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the big things about our game. And the other thing I think is that it's very immersive. Is our big thing that we want, is that we want a player to feel like they're actually there and feel like they're in danger, feel like there's something always around the corner, feel like they never know what's going to happen next. And I think we're really good at that. And so I feel like players get that just by like hearing what we have, like, what from last game, what happened and everything. I think we did a really good job on that. And I think we're trying to improve that. Like I said,
definitely.
Is
And a lot of our props are buildable, not just like you build them and they're done. Like you add to them. The props are compounded on top of each other. Everything's interconnected. We think about, how is this connected to that, connected to that, connected to that. It's not just a one and done, and which goes through with a lot of our game and in a kind of theme style of our game is everything has some sort of connection to each other.
There's always a side mission. I think it goes back to like the generator. Like if you built a generator, you may have electricity for 5 minutes, but if you may improve it to get 20 minutes, and then you may improve it to get 45 minutes doing different things, and you can do them in different orders. And I don't,
you may not have to worry about certain things on it by working on it and making it better. Like, it's very much like a open world. And as we said, you can choose not to do these missions.
Yeah. I mean,
but it's only going to hurt or help you,
Yeah. It's choose your own adventure kind of thing is you don't do it, you're going to maybe get consequences later, but
it's gonna be a little difficult.
Just because you choose to do one thing doesn't mean there's not going to be any like repercussions. Like just because you do something that you think is right, quote unquote, doesn't mean that it's right in like how it's going to work out. You know what I'm saying? Is like you never know what's going to happen. You may
when you play those games and you have alternate endings.
Yeah, exactly. We have that into account, which is again what makes our game different. Is we planned it out. If the first mission the humans lose that one, and then the zombies win the next one, or quote unquote is like.
They complete the mission. They were successful. Yeah, we plan it out. We plan it for those. It's basically we have like a central flow chart sort of how things are going to go for win and lose conditions.
Yeah, and I think that improves. I think the immersive experience is that it's not set in stone, and it doesn't mean. And it doesn't get swept under the rug if the humans succeeded and, at something and gathered whatever. We don't sweep it under the rug and say, well, that's not how we wanted it to play out. It doesn't matter what we want. Now, we might have opinions on what we would rather it go to, and that's just us because we know the answer, but it don't. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter in the end. But the other thing is I think that we're making the game. I guess not really. It may be a part of this. Again, it goes back to the immersive. Is that I know I'm striving for a lot. This game is trying to be more engaging to the players, not during the game, which we can't really, we can't really plan for as much, but like before the game, which is like this kind of time period, we want we're producing more videos, we're producing more podcasts and posts and live streams and everything like that, because we want y'all to get to know us and understand who we are and how we act or whatever, and just so y'all feel like you're comfortable coming to tell us is like, hey, I have an idea on this, but I don't know how this works, or hey, I'm running a game next August and I just wanted to know what your opinion is or whatever. Hey, or I think you're really cool. Can we be best friends? It's just like, it's like I want that a group. I feel like WSC is a good
that interaction.
Yeah, I think because we're a game who started out very small and now we're growing and we don't know how many people show up. But I think the one thing is that as an admin team, we still want an individual
connection with people,
every person, and we want to feel because it's like when we discuss things, we do mention y'all's names. We do know all y'all's names who attended. We do mention how you played and how everybody plays. I think I think every meeting we refer to how somebody else plays, and we make sure that it's good for each individual player. And it's not because we're making it, it's special for Bethany and make sure that Bethany plays this way. No. We're just saying is like, I remember this issue came up with this player, and this player didn't seem to like this. How can we make sure that that person's play style is good and everything? And like, we trying to make sure that before this is why we keep saying, hey, interact with us, is so that we can get your feedback. So if you're like, hey, I heard that there's like, there's whatever going on in the game, or you guys hinted at something, I think that's dumb. And I think, we want to hear that, because we want to make sure, because, we're gung-ho about everything we're doing. We think it's awesome. But if you are like, hey, by the way, we were in a game.
Not a massive fan of that.
Yeah, we were in a game 3 weeks ago, and that sucked. And this is why. Yeah, because we want to know.
Exactly.
Because this is our game. Yeah, our admin group has our name on it. But to me, it's like everybody's game. Well, it's
everyone's game.
Yeah, we're pulling from games we experience. We're pulling from games that we hear people play and, like, stuff like that. So, like, that's my big thing is the engaging with players. And, like, we want y'all to comment on videos and say, oh my gosh, that was awesome, or whatever. And, I mean, we also want you guys to say, hey, I didn't like that very much, or I have a question about this. It's just a personal thing, or hey, I just wanted to see, like, how y'all are doing, or talk about on the podcast about this, or on the live stream. Again, you can ask us about our personal lives. We just don't talk about it because, it's like, hey, I heard y'all are doing tests or whatever. What are y'all's majors, or what, anything like that, or what are you planning to do? It's like, we want to be friends with, we don't have any, like, harsh anything to anybody, so it's like, we just want to be friends with everybody. So, but that's why
we've had people, like, I had somebody even use one of our missions from last game. They literally came up and asked, like, hey, this mission that you guys did, I want to be able to replicate it for my game. What do you have, can I get mission details? And we literally gave them what we had. We're not just hoarding it for our own selves. Like, this is a community, and we're in it for the long haul, and we're in it for the players. And I think that's one thing that we, like you said, like, that is at our hearts, is this isn't a game for us. Like, it is in the terms of, this is something that we have done and we have set and taken time to do, because this is what we would want somebody to do for us. And this is what we've seen, that when we have had fun, it's been with this thing and with that perk and with that mission and this, mechanic. And we basically, we saw a need and something, and we're trying to fill it. And so, like you said, we're literally, the reason why we say question and ask and everything is so we can get to know you, get to know your play style, and make it so, and make it fun for you, because you're coming out and you're experiencing it. And we hope you enjoy, like, our storylines that we're creating and all that different stuff. But, if you're not, I want to know, so I know how your mind works and know how to make it so that way you have fun, because that's all I want you to do. I want you to enjoy it. I want you to have a great time. It's what we're here for. And what we're wanting to do for the community. Yeah,
and I think that's another thing is and if you're a person who is new to the HVZ or Nerf scene, or just, like, want something to do, this is that game for you. And I know we say it's extreme, it's very high intensity and everything. It is. I'm not gonna lie, it really is. You will be tired. I'm tired and I'm not playing it. I'm running it and I'm exhausted.
Oh man.
So, but I will promise you, even if you, and I will, bet money on this, is even if you don't know anything about this and you read the rules and go, okay, I need, come with some, whatever blaster that you found on eBay that maybe fires like 1.5 darts at, it's like broken or whatever. You're gonna still have fun. And that's the thing is, I can guarantee, no matter if you think you're winning or you think you're losing, or if you keep dying, if, we have a billion resets or anything, you're going to guarantee to have fun. You will have fun. Yep. You'll be fed. You'll find some place to sleep. I wouldn't guarantee that you're going to be safe. But,
you'll find some place to sleep.
You'll have fun. You'll have friends that you will make. You'll have memories. You'll have photos, videos of all the stuff of going to happen. But that's, I think, the big thing of this, podcast, I guess, to take away is understand, like, we're working hard, and we are working hard because we want y'all to have fun. And we may come off maybe at the game like we are exhausted, so please be with us. But, we may come off being maybe like very strict on something, but we do it, A, because we want everybody safe. But also, we don't want to ruin the surprise. Like, if you come
I'm so excited for so much stuff. Like, it's so funny. After our little admin meetings, I pretty much run downstairs to my roommate, and I'm just giddy. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, I can't wait for this to happen and for you to see it. And I'm so excited, and I want you to. And I feel like she gets sick of me sometimes, but I've had a lot of people like who are really stoked and excited for this game, and I think we are equally stoked and excited because we've come up with some really cool ideas. I'm really excited for the props because I got a lot of actual lab gear from my work who was getting rid of it. So there's going to be actual laboratory equipment in there. So yes, warning, be very careful. It is real glass. Yeah. It is real, things and everything. And there's going to be there's some missions that have not been done before that I'm so excited for. There's going to be props that I don't think have ever been used. I'm not even talking like lab stuff. I don't think they've ever been done before with within other games, and it's going to make it even more so immersive. Like those things that you never thought would happen, I feel like are going to happen in this game. And this year we're definitely really working hard at, like, last year we kind of did a lot of photos. This year we're going to work hard at getting a lot of video and tag everyone in it and make a hype, and we'll do a post video thing of it all and like to be able to share your experiences and everything, and we're super excited. Yeah, and like, I mean, even just thinking now, we may even do like a diary cam or something where if you had something really epic happen to you, like we may set up a camera area where you can tell us and you can tell us the whole story in epic form. You can act it out. I don't care, but again, we do it like, I mean, a lot of this is, we're so excited. Like, it's hard to do these podcasts because Bethany and I want to tell you so much. We want to tell you everything. And like, it's like all these people that I'm involved with, like I'm getting people, we have people working on mechanical things. We have people, Bethany's working on like the other props. Like we have things that are actually like mechanical, technical, there's things that I think that, we're working, and also it's going to be, we're trying to get it as organized as possible. So it almost feels like you're in it, immersive. We want you to feel like there was no staging. The logical aspect. Yeah, it's not like I'm here to do this role. Like N64 players who you can tell are walking this exact path and they're not going to waver from it. It's going to be free flowing. It's going to be what it is. And there's going to be a lot more role playing sort of thing and more make you feel, I like the last game where I know a lot of people liked it, where we made them feel that there was a rush, the adrenaline made people feel like they were scared, like actually because something happened, there's a lot more. It very live-like. Yeah, so we're working on that, and we're working very hard. And again, if you want to help and you're like, this sounds like thebomb.com, you can still mod. We still have that open for people to just still do that. And we need your help. If you are a mechanical person, you're like, I like building catapults. Sure. If you're good at that and you are like, hey, I love to help, you can help. And we're down. So, and again, just ask us questions. Figure out, we want as many people who want to help and, figure this out. Because, again, there's only so many of us. Yeah, if you don't feel like the game is too intense for you, but you want to be there, you want to help out, sign up. Like, we have so many rules. If you like acting or anything like that, but you don't want to deal with everything, we have actual roles dedicated to that. You won't have to do the object placement. You won't have to do the reffing or something per se, and stuff like that. You can do the acting, the NPC role part of that. You want to build something and not really do an acting NPC role? We have that capable for you. You want to cook? You like cooking? You like doing that? We have that available as well. Like, you know somebody that likes to help out with this stuff or anything like that, please let us know. And everything. So if you just want to write a side mission, you're like, hey, I got this great idea for a side mission, but like whatever, submit it to us. Again,
contact us. We have, at least 4 different ways you can contact us. And that's not just our personal phones and Facebooks or whatever. But yeah, I think, we're, to wrap it up, I think the biggest thing is to remember that, like, our game we're working hard on and it's taking us time, and that's why maybe it seems like we're really active really fast and then we're not. It's because this game's going to be extreme and it's going to be fun. It's going to be new. I mean, so excited. Yeah, for real. But I think read the rules. That's going to be posted. Yeah. The perks will eventually be posted on the event page. Sign up. I mean, that's the number one thing. Please sign up.
Please sign up.
Tell your friends. Share the ad. I mean, tell anybody and everybody. Get everybody. If we have 1 billion people there, that would be cool. We'd be freaking out. But
yeah, I may cry if I see a lot of people. Yeah. I'm sorry. Not sorry, but I'm sorry.
But so I think that's pretty much it. Do you have anything else that we need? No,
nothing other than, hope you guys enjoy it. This was kind of a little bit of an update. If you do have any questions about props or, whatever, I do post on our Snapchat about the behind the scenes and the building of certain things. So you may get an insight to some of the different things that you may need to be searching for and what it'll look like and et cetera. So pay attention to that. Thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging in there. Yeah, and we really, really hope to see you guys there.
Yeah, definitely. So, I guess we'll talk to y'all next time whenever we post a podcast. But check out all our Facebook page and our YouTube and Snapchat, and we will talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.